It's the time to get down.
Okay. Ready to talk about some weed?
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for dummies. Come for the info and stay for the reefer.
Marijuana for Dummies. Take a moment to say hi to everybody out there supporting us, all the Facebook friends. I see Jose Venegas chilling at Starbucks. He say he's got his coffee. Jose is chilling at Starbucks. Good morning, Jose. We call him Superfan. And also Miko is out there in the chat room. Got to say hi to our own hot chocolate. Mac McAllister, PMC, man. So you guys, Marijuana for Dummies, you know, lately I've been talking about the movement toward legalization that's been occurring internationally, partly stimulated by the fact that I was watching Anthony Bourdain. I guess it's the final series that he did before he passed. And one of the episodes was on Uruguay. And Uruguay is the first country that legalized marijuana for recreational use countrywide. Uruguay, which sits down there next door neighbor to Argentina on the eastern side, I believe, yes. So Uruguay, because of that and because I do speak some Spanish, gets elevated on my trip list to to a more desirable status. And they also have some wonderful beaches, Vic, and some seafood and stuff.
Right.
So, you know, the prospect of that and looking at some Uruguayan females entices me to Uruguay. But the other news which is hitting is that on October 17th, Canada is going to open up the whole market in their country. That means none of here like in the U.S. where you have the legal restrictions as it relates to banking,
right,
and other things. On October 17th, Canada opens up the legal market of adult use of recreational marijuana. And according to the Motley Fool, they're calling them the first major economic power to allow recreational marijuana on a nationwide level. So that's a big deal. Let's give it up first of all for Canada. Nationwide.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, October 17th. They're going to be doing it. So now that has a lot of financial implications both here and in Canada, because it really opens up more definitely the investment opportunities.
Right.
So people are going up to Canada to launch marijuana businesses. And again, it may be the model. It may actually be the model for us here in the United States.
That's interesting because I still haven't, I haven't been following, but how progressive is our leadership as it relates to breaking down the walls for, the profiting more so than the consumption of? I mean, I haven't been able to kind of follow the GOP and how they feel about they trailblaze all these other efforts, but not too much on this.
Well, they do in the private sector. Boehner was the former Speaker of the House. Mm-hmm. Got Boehner's first name.
I know Boehner. I know you're talking about.
But now he's a big lobbyist for the cannabis industry.
But see, he's outside.
Oh, yeah, no. They all are cutting. Whenever it's money, that tends to be the unifying factor, Vic. Whenever it's money,
Right.
everybody seems to come together, and everybody's recognizing that as a cash crop. See, some countries want to get ahead of it. In other words, they know that marijuana is a high-yield cash crop.
Yes, they do.
Exporting it.
Right.
So in a minute, it becomes a commodity that's imported and exported like any other commodity.
Right.
So you will see. And some places are going to be known as the marijuana producers for the world. It used to be, we thought of Mexico,
Right.
at times Asia.
Yeah.
But, for years, as far as I know, marijuana's been California's number one cash crop, even though it was illegal.
True. Okay.
So 10 days you go. So now, because of that, I am looking at my travel stuff a little differently. Because I could hit some Canadian spots too.
Okay.
They always go A.
Right.
I knew some Canadians, and then after I started watching some Canadian stuff, I went back and said, you do all that kind of Canadian stuff. Hey. So take a look. Canada's recreational market, some people are looking at this as a time to invest, Vic, because now you're going to have remember, see, Canada, let me see what words do they use. Because they're talking about this affecting the global cannabis industry.
Yeah.
Because of the country stepping forward to legalize it and then move toward export.
Would you say that them jumping ahead is grabbing a greater share of the market, and is it somewhat competitive with the United States?
Well, that's to be seen. Yeah, that's the idea, because it's an evolving world of regulation. I pointed out some of the packaging issues with the marijuana, all the different criteria and evaluations that needed to be included on the packaging.
Right.
So all these different regulations, it allows people to work out the bugs.
Right.
They still have a whole issue, for example, with distribution in Nevada.
Yeah.
See, whereas California is at least getting around some things. But from what I'm understanding, a bunch of the dispensaries in L.A. still haven't received communications from the city. In other words, the dispensary I go to is still just doing medical marijuana, not recreational, and they're not charging you any tax because they haven't received any of their instructional paperwork.
True.
So there we go.
Okay.
So take a look at Canada, take a look at Uruguay, and then, be ready to head out.
Because you're heading out there, right?
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I smoking this week, you guys? I am smoking White Galaxy,
Morning coffee.
which is supposed to be an indica. I couldn't really, it's interesting in today's world. Let me see if I can show you. In today's world, you really do a strain review. So you can go to Google and go White Galaxy marijuana strain. See, White Galaxy marijuana strain. And see, what you find out is that this one they have pictures of it. See, here's images. Images for the White Galaxy. See, here's some images of it.
All of that is
Well, these are images people have posted of their White Galaxy. Some of these are just saying white. So anyway, I had trouble finding a good review of this. So I would tell you that, to me, they claim it's an indica. I would say it's an indica-dominant hybrid based on the way it smokes. I think it is a hybrid. It's a little more mellow than the regular, just full indica. So, in other words, I'm having it in the morning, and it seems appropriate for morning, which means it's got to have at least more sativa-type qualities. So, but it's White Galaxy. I'm telling you guys, the prices in the hood for weed, till the government gets involved. See, this is what it's going to go up right now. $160 an ounce for top shelf. Top shelf. They're going to give you an edible with that. And that's all part of where we are today when it comes to marijuana.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question just as a status that has nothing to do with what you just covered.
Okay.
Are you going to be following up on, you remember you had a delivery of certain materials that were the subject of this segment you covered from an independent, and I had wondered, I know people will say, who are you talking about?
The Kratom.
Yes.
Yes, I am going to be following that up.
Right. I just want to
I was actually waiting to get some more input. I have a friend of mine that we're sharing it. I wanted to get their input too.
Okay. Are they coming on the show, or are you going to do that behind the scenes?
I think behind the scenes.
Got it. All right.
We got that coming, a review of Kratom, which is the latest natural wonder, I guess, that people are talking about. That people are using it really to aid with them recovering from opiate addiction.
Right.
In other words, they're saying this allows them to, remove themselves from their use of their opiates. It makes it more tolerable to do so than some of the other things.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Marijuana for Dummies.
All good.
Times are a-changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news, but nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view. Marijuana for Dummies. Come for the info, stay for the reefer. Marijuana for Dummies. Come for the info and stay